It's Saturday night, and we're about to discover who's got stars in their eyes. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome your host, Matthew Kelly.
And once again, it's time for another rip-roaring edition of Stars in Their Eyes. It's a stupid thing to say, isn't it? I mean, what does rip-roaring mean? As far as I'm aware, there'll be no ripping during the show, and there's certainly no roaring, for that matter. So I better retract what I just said in case we're add up under the Trade Descriptions Act. So, welcome to a very calm and sensible edition of Stars in Their Eyes, where everybody behaves and nobody does very much to draw attention to themselves. Ha! Fat chance! Yeah, it's a rip-roaring, rollicking, rockers, rowdy, rollercoaster ride of a show. And here to get us in the mood from Preston, which is about as rip-roaring as you can get that far north of Wigan, is star guest number 1.
My name is Leeward Nathaniel Francis. My friends call me Lee. I live on my own in a flat in Preston, in Lancashire. I've been in Preston now for quite a few years, and after doing quite a few different type of job, I've decided to go to the Preston University, where I study sculpture. I work in a variety of medium in terms of sculpture, but my favorite is wood. I am now working on a piece involving my 4 children, Marvin, Tremaine, Nyan, and Zoe. My major piece of sculpture is in the Peace Garden in Preston. I saw the stone as a hand, and I think a hand as a praying hand in the Peace Garden is what peace is all about. I started singing in Jamaica. I've always thought to myself how fantastic it would be to be in front of an audience, entertaining people. They said if you dream hard enough, it will come true. And for me, Stars in Their Eyes is that dream.
And it's a dream coming true right now for Leeward Francis. That's such an impressive sculpture, the praying hands in the Peace Garden. How did you come to make that?
Well, you know, 6 years before I really decided that I want to be a sculptor, I saw the stone standing in the town centre area, and I've always wanted to work with it. So I used to go down by the stone, walk around it, caress it, talk to it. And 6 years later, I decided to go to university to study sculpture, and the opportunity arose where I could go and work on the stone. And it just said to me, you know, I want to be a hand, because I think a hand as a praying hand is an international language that we all understand as prayer. And I think we need to pray, you know.
But you're also a songwriter as well, aren't you?
Oh, yeah, yeah. In fact, I wrote a song dedicated to my favorite woman.
Who is it?
Janet Jackson.
Does she know?
Well, you know, I thought to myself, well, I don't know her telephone number. I don't know her address. So I think the best way to get in touch with her would be to write her a song.
And have you had a reply yet? Or?
Well, it hasn't been released yet, but I'm hoping when it releases, she'll write...
As soon as you release this record to her, you think she's going to get in touch?
I hope so, Matthew.
That's right. I hope she does as well, for your sake. Now, as soon as you started growing your hair long, your friends started calling you by the name of the person that you're going to be for us tonight.
That's right.
So you look slightly like this person.
Yeah.
So tell us who you're going to be, Lee.
Well, tonight, Matthew, I'm going to be Seal.
Seal! Yes! Go for it! This'll get you going tonight! Singing live, Leeward Francis is Seal!
aside. All our sons and daughters already know how that feels. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Solitary brother, is there still a part of you that won't still live?
Excellent.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Now, given the choice between being a sculptor or being a singer, which would you be?
Well, I like both of them. But I enjoy this very much. Really,
You do?
fantastic. Yeah.
Well, after this show, and you could be both, honestly.
Excellent.
Good man.
Thanks very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, Leeward Francis as Seal.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Now, children, where is our next star guest hiding? Is she through the round window? No, she's through the double-glazed replacement window with a hardwood surround.
My name is Michelle Barrett. I'm 24 years old and live in a village called Garforth, which is about 8 miles from Leeds. I'm married to John, who is a self-employed joiner, and I've got 2 children. I love being a mother. They take a lot of your time, though, that's the only thing, and you've got to have a lot of patience, which at the moment I haven't got. I've got lots of friends around here. We meet at each other's houses so that the kids can get together and the mums can have a social chat. If you were to ask my friends, they would probably say I was very extrovert, loud. We just have a laugh. That's what it's all about, isn't it?
You put that one on then.
To be picked out of thousands of people who have auditioned for Stars in Their Eyes and to get in the last 55 is just unbelievable.
I never thought I'd get this far. Never.
She'll never say never again. Star guest number 2, Michelle Barrett. Oh, dear. Well, that was like a scene out of House Party, wasn't it?
Yes, yes.
And you talked about 2 children, but there's only one of your children there.
There is, yes.
Now, who was the one that we saw?
Jamie, that's my little boy.
The one that was about to fall off the work surface?
Yeah, but don't worry, there were people standing by.
No, right, OK, yeah. What was your family's reaction when they found out that you were coming on the show?
Oh, brilliant. I mean, first of all, we couldn't believe that I'd got through. And then we had, like, this surprise party. Well, oh, it was brilliant. We're excited.
Now, I don't know whether you look like this person. They've been saying today you look like Catherine Zeta-Jones.
Oh, well, I'm honoured.
Debbie Greenwood.
Oh, yeah.
But that's
I'm
nothing
excited,
like nothing like who you're going to be. Tell us who you are going to be.
Tina, I'm excited. Oh, I've always wanted to say this.
Oh, go on then.
Go on then.
Who are you going to be for us?
Tonight, Matthew, I'm going to be Dina Carroll.
Dina Carroll, our first ever. She's taken a break from the kids, and tonight singing live, Michelle Barrett is Dina Carroll.
Shouldn't be alone with you tonight. I don't understand the way I feel, although it feels so right. I really shouldn't be here tonight. In your eyes, there's a sign of intensity. I sense an atmosphere. No need to hide from the way that you feel inside. There's nothing left to fear, if only for tonight. Don't be a stranger. I wanna
You're fab, you. You've become a different person as well, don't you?
Yeah. Transformed.
You were?
I have, yeah.
That's the whole point as well, isn't it? Did you enjoy yourself?
I did, I loved it.
Never.
Oh, I did, I did.
Fab. Ladies and gentlemen, Michelle Barrett as Dina Carroll. Coming up next is a young man with time on his hands and success on his mind.
My name's Liam Moore, I'm 26, and I live with my father in Walton, Liverpool. At the moment, I am unemployed. I used to work for Liverpool City Council on the cleansing division, but sadly, I got made redundant. I usually fill my days by doing a couple of runs a week, or sometimes I go to the gym. Not because I'm a fitness freak or anything like that. It's mainly just to keep the poundage off. When I was at school, I used to be in the school choir, and because I had the most treblest voice, I used to always sing 5 gold rings in the 12 days of Christmas. Being from Liverpool, I always wanted to be like John Lennon or Paul McCartney, and I always used to end up singing in the mirror with my tennis racket, singing She Loves You. Basically, I just like to go with the flow. There's no airs and graces about me or anything like that. I just like to be myself, and I just like having a laugh with me mates more than anything.
I'll drink to that. Star guest number 3, Liam Moore. Well, I'm very impressed with all that training. Now, are you a 3 times a week man or 4 times a week man?
Well, actually, Matthew, I think that was the last time I trained when you seen the film.
And when did you make that film?
I think about 6 months ago.
Oh, yeah. You've kept your figure well, then, haven't you?
Nice strapping figure, yes.
I've got to ask you this, because you come from Liverpool, which of the 2 teams do you support?
I support Liverpool.
Right. This is quite important, because you're a fan of Liverpool and you're also a fan of the man that you're going to beat tonight.
Yes.
Now, this caused you a great dilemma when you went for this man's autograph, right? What happened?
Well, what happened is that I never had any papers or anything to get his autograph, and I had my season ticket stub. So basically what happened is I just asked him to put his name on my season ticket stub, but consequently I needed that season ticket stub because Liverpool got to the final that year.
So it was a choice between going to the final or keeping the autograph of your hero?
Yes.
What did you do?
Well, I got in touch with the chairman of Liverpool and he sorted it out for me.
So you got into the final and you got the autograph as well, didn't you?
Yeah, I got the best of both worlds, yeah.
I thought so. Football is a clue about the man as well, isn't it?
Yeah, well, I believe he is the honorary vice president of Accrington Stanley.
Anybody got it? Yeah, anybody got it? I think that Liam looks like this chap as well. Tell us who you're going to be.
Tonight, Matthew, I'm going to be Phil Collins.
Phil Collins, another first! He's a likely lad from Liverpool tonight, singing live. Liam Moore is Phil Collins!
She calls out to the man on the street. It's cold and I've nowhere to sleep. Is there some way you can tell me? He walks on, doesn't look back. He pretends he can't hear her. Starts to whistle as he crosses the street. Seems embarrassed to be there. Oh, think twice, 'cause it's another day for you and me in paradise. Oh, just think twice, it's just another day for you and me in paradise. Think about it. She calls out to the man on the street. He can see she's been crying. She's got blisters on the soles of her feet. She can't walk, but she's trying. Oh, think twice, 'cause it's another day for you and me in paradise. Oh, just think twice. It's just another day for you and me in paradise. Oh Lord, is there anything more anybody can do? Oh Lord, there must be something you can say. Oh, think twice, 'cause it's another day for you and me in paradise. Oh, just think twice. It's just another day for you and me in paradise. It's just another day for you and me in paradise.
Well done. You should be very happy with that.
Thank you.
The only worrying thing is that when people come on this show, they recede at an alarming rate, don't they?
I aged about 20 years in the last 2 minutes.
It was smashing. Well done. Ladies and gentlemen, Liam Moore as Phil Collins. Is that the end of the first half already? I can't believe it. Where does the time go? Still, as Albert Einstein once said, put kettle on, mother. I'll see you in a bit. Ta-ra. Welcome back to part two. Here, you know that Albert Einstein, he was a genius, you know. He calculated that if we could travel faster than the speed of light, we'd actually be able to go somewhere and come back before we'd even left, which is brilliant, because then you wouldn't have to bother taking sandwiches. Spooky. Anyway, here's a chap who's what you might call a chirpy chippy.
I'm Paul Jones. I live in Thatcham, in Berkshire. I'm 45 years old. I live with my lovely wife Annie and my youngest son, one of 5. I'm a self-employed carpenter, been a carpenter now for 30 years. The lads that I work with are very light-hearted in the sense that nobody really worries about sort of time, and unfortunately I get a lot of stick about drinking a lot of tea.
All right.
I'm a Gemini, and don't let that put you off. I can be up and down, but it's very short-lived. I wouldn't be doing this if it wasn't to please the wife, because she put me in for it. I like singing because it's the same as with my work. If you have a really good evening of singing and everybody's pleased and happy, then I'm happy.
Well, if you're happy and you know it, clap your hands for star guest number 4, Paul Jones. So, your wife applied for you then?
She did.
Why did she do that?
Well, she thought that I was good enough to come on.
And why didn't you apply yourself?
Because I didn't think I was good enough.
And why did you say, I'm a Gemini, I hope it doesn't put you off?
Well, I feel that a lot of people are a bit sort of weary of Geminis.
Why?
As being, well, they are a bit up and down.
Bit up and
One
down?
minute up, 1 minute down.
I'm not surprised when you drink so much tea.
It's the cafe.
What's the star sign of the person you're going to be tonight?
The star sign's Aries.
Yeah. And what traits does he share with the other 6 billion Aries in the world?
Well, I feel that he's very deep, very strong, and very emotional, I should imagine.
And this comes out in his music?
Yeah.
OK, well, we've got a few clues to go on there. When did you actually start singing?
I first started singing when I was about 13, and I made myself a guitar out of a piece of wood in my shed. And I used bicycle brake cables and untwangled them and used them for strings.
Oh, yeah.
And I used to sing Bo Diddley because it only had one chord.
I'm glad you stayed in your shed, really. Well, the guitar is the main feature, really, of the person that you're going to be tonight, isn't it?
Yes.
So tell us, Paul, who are you going to be?
Tonight, Matthew, I'm going to be Eric Clapton.
Eric Clapton! Old Snowhand himself! He's a genial Gemini, tonight singing live! Paul Jones is Eric Clapton!
Would you know my name if I saw you in heaven? Would you be the same if I saw you in heaven? I must be strong and carry on, 'cause I know I don't belong here in heaven. Would you hold my hand if I saw you in heaven? Would you help me stand if I saw you in heaven? I'll find my way through night and day, 'cause I know I just can't stay here in heaven. Time can bring you down, time can bend your knees. Time can break your heart, have you begging please, begging please, beyond the door. There's peace, I'm sure, and I know there'll be no more tears in heaven, 'cause I know I don't belong here in heaven.
Paul, well done.
Thank you very
I
much.
think the time has come for you to come out of the shed, don't you?
Out of the shed.
I hope this has
I think I will.
Has this given you more faith in your own abilities?
It has. It has.
So it
certainly.
should. It was
Smashing.
terrific. And I'd like to say a personal thank you to Mrs. Jones, wherever you are, for sending Paul to us. Well done, ladies and gentlemen. Paul Jones as Eric Clapton. Time to meet our final star guest of the evening. And if there are any vegetarians watching, avert your gaze now.
My name is Robert Critchell. I'm 32. I live in Watford. I'm married to Christina and I've got 3 young children. My little boy, his name is Sam, and I've got 2 twin girls, Gemma and Kimberly, and they're 15 months old.
We'll just do it in the other butchers, but if you sort out the leanest and the smallest ones, because you know what a fussy drat savvy is. Okay,
I am a lorry driver, meat porter. Basically, it entails carcasses of meat delivering to and from butcher shops, unloading from various places in the country and delivering them in my lorry.
I started singing when I was about 11, and in pubs and clubs. I'll never forget the first night I went out. We were singing in a pub in Watford, and the landlord had to turn all of the lights out because I was just an absolute bag of nerves. And from then it's just snowballed. I haven't looked back. It's really good. And Stars in Their Eyes is just the pinnacle, really. It's brilliant.
Let's have a butcher's at the Meat Man. Welcome, Robert Critchell! Do you enjoy your job?
Yes, I do, yes, very much.
Why do you enjoy it?
Basically, it's the only thing that I've ever done. So, I mean, you get to like a job, you get set in your routine and you just do it.
What would you rather do if you could do anything?
Your job.
Would you?
I would.
Why?
Well, I think it's a wonderful job. I mean, working with lots of different people all the time, different walks of life. Splendid. How could you get bored with a job like that? Wonderful.
You're absolutely right. It's great, you'd love it. So, how did you come to be the person that you're going to be this evening?
Well, it's quite a funny story. I started singing several years ago, and I sung a song, and it was the very first song I ever sung, and it was by the person who I'm going to be tonight. And someone said to me, "You sound like this person," and I said, "Who's he?"
You never even heard of him?
Never even heard of him. Never even heard of him. I bought the CD, the record was on it, and it's just snowballed from there, really.
Well, I know exactly who it is, who you're going to be, because this person sang the very first song of the record that I bought. So tell us who you're going to be.
Well, tonight, Matthew, I'm going to be Bobby V.
Bobby V! The 60s heartthrob! He's in the driving seat once again tonight, singing live. Robert Critchell is Bobby V!
They say that you're a runaround lover, though you say it isn't so. But if you put me down for another, I'll know, believe me, I'll know. 'Cause the night has 1,000 eyes, and 1,000 eyes can't help but see if you are true to me. So remember when you tell those little white lies that the night has 1,000 eyes. You say that you're at home when you phone me, and how much you really care. Though you keep telling me that you're lonely, I'll know if someone is there. 'Cause a night has 1,000 eyes, and 1,000 eyes can't help but see if you are true to me. So remember when you tell those little white lies that the night has 1,000 eyes. One of these days you're gonna be sorry, 'cause you're a game I'm gonna play. And you'll find out without really trying, each time that my kiss is straight. 'Cause a night has 1,000 eyes, and 1,000 eyes will see me too. And no matter what I do, I could never disguise all my little white lies. 'Cause the night has 1,000 eyes. So remember when you tell those little white lies that the night has 1,000 eyes.
Well done. Well done. Now, when was that song first published?
1962.
1962. So people who don't remember 1962, might not know how accurate that was. But that was the first record I ever bought. So I'm telling you that that was really accurate. And the transformation was fantastic.
Thank you very much.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
You're fab. Ladies and gentlemen, Robert Critchell as Bobby V. Well, as the time flown, but as luck would have it, there's just enough time to choose another act for the live grand final, which this year will be even more spectacular than ever, with 11 acts in all taking part. So make a note in your diary, cross out Take Kids to Alton Towers, and put down Stars Final. I'm sorry, kids, but this is reality. If you want excitement, this is the place to be, right? And the excitement continues right now as our studio audience votes for tonight's winner. So who will it be? Will it be Seal, Dina Carroll, Phil Collins, Eric Clapton, or Bobby V? Studio audience, cast your votes now. And the winner is Bobby V! You're really stunned, aren't you?
Oh, just a bit.
Why? Did you not think you were that good?
Nope.
I think perhaps you might have to knock meatpacking on the head. You're gobsmacked, aren't you?
Slap me round the face, wake me up.
You were fantastic. This is a blow for nostalgia, you see. And it really was the first record I bought, that in 1962, when I was 12. And I know you don't remember it, and I know they don't believe me. Congratulations.
Thank you.
You deserve this win. Well, as you can see here, Robert is beside himself, beside me, and he'll be lining up in our live grand final alongside last week's winner. But for now, you've got to gird up your loins for one final fling here, so join us next week for more of the same. Meanwhile, Robert Critchell will sing us out as Bobby V. Good night. Well done.
They say that you're a runaround lover, though you say it isn't so. But if you put me down for another, I'll know, believe me, I'll know. 'Cause a night has 1,000 eyes, and 1,000 eyes can help.
If you'd like to appear on Stars in Their Eyes, please call free phone 0800 666 888, and our famous doors might just open for you.
When you tell those little white lies that the night has 1,000